Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co, and today we're going to be going over a bunch of board game and RPG related sales. Now this is kind of inspired by tariffs, but not necessarily entirely so. Long story short, I saw Ivy Studios doing a whole like, hey, tariffs, there's a bunch of board games you can buy, go ahead and check them out if you want to, and they weren't the first publisher that I saw doing it, but they were the tipping point where I was like, you know what, there's enough going on here that I should probably do a full roundup video covering all the various tariff related sales, and sometimes just happens to be right about this time sales. Doesn't have to be tariff inspired, but nonetheless, I went ahead and posted a little post just saying, hey, if you're a publisher and you have some sort of sale currently going on, go ahead and let me know because I'll be throwing it together in a video. Speaking of which, if you are a publisher, feel free to comment down below. I'll be trying to keep an updated pinned comment of all the additional things as well as in the description, so anything I don't cover here in the bulk, as well as just some other peripherals, will all be in the description and or a pinned comment, assuming that I am staying on top of it. I will also say some of these are going away pretty quickly. I know, I'll try to cover them when I get up to them, as I do, but I think some of them are expiring in the next 3 days, some by the end of the month, which is actually the next 3 days, things like that, but let's go ahead and start off. And before I do, I'll say that go ahead and subscribe to Before You Play, as well as Tim Chun, because I know that they will also be doing similar videos coming up soon, so make sure to check out both those channels if you want to see more of this kind of thing. Additionally, thanks to Boardgame James, who did a whole tariff-impacted games and publishers thread over here. Just is going over a little bit less sales, but there are some sales in there, but more talking about different publishers, how they're handling tariffs, what their approach has been, how they've been affected. He has a geek list covering all of those things so they can kind of give you the information as to what publishers are going through and doing, whether it's absorbing tariffs, charging you, delaying production, all of those things. This is a very helpful thread as well. But with that, we're going to go ahead and start off, and our first one is not exactly a sale, but it is relevant to, well, this publisher, other publishers on the list today, as well as other publishers in general, and that's a kind of semi-reverse sale. What I mean by that is Japanime Games basically said, hey, we're not really doing a sale, but we are warning you that our MSRPs are going up very soon. So if you want to get our products at the current MSRPs, now is the time to do so. I'll note that Japanime Games is far from the first publisher that has said this in any way, shape, or form. I've seen a variety of publishers say so. I know some publishers have told me privately that they're about to, but they haven't officially announced it yet. There are publishers that are going to be raising MSRPs as a result of tariffs, and everyone's playing a different game as far as the waiting game, because publishers are very averse to lowering MSRPs. It has happened before in the past, but it is very, very rare. But that also means that they are very careful about raising them in the first place, but once they do so, there's a lower chance that they are going back down. I'm not saying never, I know it has been done before, but it's definitely much rarer for an MSRP to be lowered than it is to be raised. So if you are interested in any specific board games, and honestly this applies to more than just board games, this is outside the board game market as well, if you are interested in certain things, depending on how long, and again, hopefully tariffs will be going down sooner rather than later, hopefully, but in the meantime, there are various sales going on and games that might have their MSRPs raised shortly, so Japanime Games just happened to be one that said so publicly, which is why they're over here, but it's a general warning about any board games that you're interested in getting your hands on. We have over here, we have One Day West Games. They are doing a 15% sale right now. Enter the promo code SPRING15, that's with a capital S, SPRING15. They are doing 15% off of any of their games over here, so Maze Craze, Elder Ridge, Kenosa over here, that's a tactical abstract game, Monster Highway, Sheep Boomba, any of these from One Day West. Over here we have on the Game Crafter, there are a bunch of publishers doing a sale over here, currently until, well, the end of April it looks like, but there are a bunch of sales over here from the Game Crafter from a whole ton of games. Different publishers have, jumped in individually and told me. I believe Doom Pilgrim told me. There's a bunch of individual publishers here, but all of these things over here, if you want to check out a sale currently, it's May 1st to May 9th. Now I'm not entirely sure. Sale starts in 3 days. I apologize. I thought it was ending in 3 days. It starts in 3 days, and it goes from May 1st to May 9th. Then we have over here Drawlab. Drawlab has the sales on a bunch of things, coins and dragons specifically. So they have some of their games as well. So some of their dragon coin sets over here have some sales going on, dragon accessories such as bags. Some of their games, like their Fired Up Mega Bundle over here, is currently on sale. So the sale page, and again, I'll have links to all these things down below. A bunch of sales going on from Drawlab. We have Gap Closer Games. This is actually less of a sale, more of a pivot. So Gap Closer Games, who do a bunch of games, they are also doing stickers as well. They are still launching a sticker store, launching May 1st over here, so will we stick the landing? Pun very much intended, but they are going ahead and selling various stickers in case you're interested in any board game adjacent stickers. I'm curious to see what they're going to be having over here, but Gap Closer Games has put out some pretty solid games in the past. Their art in general is fantastic, so I am curious to see what they'll be putting out. We have Spielcraft Games. They specifically have a sale on For Glory, 20% off For Glory. For Glory is a fantastic gladiator duel deck building game. You're going to be playing a two-player game of, and I think there's a solo mode if I recall correctly in the expansion. I can't remember if the base game has a solo mode, but the expansion has a solo mode. But this is a two-player gladiator deck building game in which you're building from 3 different markets and going across multiple rounds of sparring over here as you launch your gladiators into the arena. Very solid game, very different feel than other games out there, and the premium components in this are also very, very solid. We have Dr. Finn's games, less motivated by tariffs over here, but I believe Dr. Finn is pivoting to working with other publishers as a designer as opposed to having his own publisher house. To that end, he is doing a, giant sale on everything he has. Sell it all at checkout for 60% off orders over $50. So if you're interested in any of Dr. Finn's games, this is more out of a going out of business sale from Dr. Finn's games. Again, he has a lot of games he's done, Mining Colony, Biblios, Cosmic Run, a ton of games as you scroll through this page over here, but he's pivoting from having his own publishing house to just working with other designers. He does a lot of these kind of smaller thematic and abstract strategy games in which there's a lot of decision space in a small box. But again, he's working with other publishers going forward more so. So this is kind of a going out of business sale for 60% off all orders over $50. Then we have Solis Game Studios. They have a sale as well on a variety of the things over here. You can see them over here right now on the page. From Space Lion, Pocket Paragons, Rough Rollers, and the Massive-verse fighting card game. So a bunch of games available from Solis Game Studios. Nature over here, they're basically doing a kind of sale on a mini pack over here. So they're adding a spring mini module that backers can get. So instead of raising prices, they're adding something backers can buy to support the game, as well as getting anything else extra for your Nature game. Nature is the newest version of Evolution, the newest iteration, the newest evolution of Evolution. Pun very much intended again over there. But they're doing a little mini pack you can get on that campaign. Then we have over here 20th Century Games. They have a whole bunch of games in their sale category, including some of my favorites over here. They have, Junk Drawer over here. That's on sale. Junk Drawer is one of my favorite games from them. Splito is a fantastic game. Highly recommend that. Motor City, great game. They have a lot of games, some of which I've enjoyed more, some of which I've enjoyed less, many of which I haven't even played, but there are a lot of games over here. I highly recommend Junk Drawer. Absolutely fantastic game. Really recommend it, as well as some gear and merch as well. So if you want to check out any of those things, extra pads for Three Sisters, all of this stuff over here. More things that, a lot of games from 20th Century Games to check out, including Green Team Wins Holiday Party. I've played Green Team Wins. I have not played their Holiday Party version, but they have a lot of games over here. We have Thunderworks Games. Thunderworks Games is also doing a sale on promos, accessories, and some of their games. So you can see over here, metal coins, more metal coins, promo packs, play mats, the stuffy over here, the miniature plushie over here, a lot of different things. Some of the games are in here, the Dawn of Ulos, Lockup with expansion, Role Player Dice Tower, so a lot of different things all bundled together over here on Thunderworks Games if you want to check out any of, this stuff to see what promos, accessories, and some games you might be interested in. Then from there we get some of the larger sales over here. So these are all more focused, and then we have some that are larger categories. I did throw Ivy Studios at the end, although, we'll see, we'll get to it all. Anyways, Spring Fling over here. Spring Fling 2025, we have 25% off, a variety of RPGs. Modiphius is teaming up with a whole bunch of other publishers, Magpie, Modiphius, other publishers I'm not sure offhand, but basically they're doing sorry. They're doing a giant sale, 25% off a variety of RPG things. So again, I'm not a huge RPG person, so I usually talk about these but don't have a ton of information. But if you are interested in any of these at a 25% off sale, these are, I guess it looks like some of them might be sold out. Cyberpunk's Red sold out already, but they have the PDF apparently, so you can still go ahead and get 25% off the PDF. But yeah, a lot of these things over here, 25% off a variety of core books from a variety of publishers. Then we have Arcane Wonders. Arcane Wonders is doing a spring mega sale, April 15th to 30th, so again, this is ending very shortly, but basically a ton of their games on sale at a variety of price points. Messen's pretty fun. It's a very abstract-y game, very puzzly. We have Aquatica, amazing, Aquatica expansion, but amazing. Aquatica's an amazing game. We have World Wonders, a polyomino game, the World Wonders expansion. We have Neotopia Furnace. Furnace is a great game. Furnace and Terrible and Techlius expansion. Flies, Lies, and Supplies, amazing game. This is the standalone standalone expansion, but it is also standalone, so you can definitely try it out that way. Just a ton of different games from them. Here's the base game for Furnace. Do we have the base game for Aquatica? No, it does not look like it. We have Four Gardens, we have Royals. People keep telling me to play Royals. I almost got rid of my copy of Royals without playing it, and people told me that I should play it, so I decided to keep it. So I still have it. Now I just need to actually table it. But yeah, a whole lot of games, some from expansions, some core games, some peripherals. I still need to play Planetfall. I read the rules of Planetfall, did not actually table it, but it's currently $20 off a price point of $45. So yeah, just a whole lot of games from Arcane Wonders if you want to check out any of these. The mega sale is going on April 15th to 30th. Then we have Druid City Games. This is one of the publishers that, along with IV Studios, was one of the ones that I saw that inspired me to do this video in the first place. But Druid City Games, they distribute through AllPlay, which is why it's on the AllPlay site over here, but they basically very rarely do sales on their products, which is very important here because they're doing sales now. They have 25% off all their things right now. I believe it's 25% off everything. We have Wonderland's War, fantastic game, runs a little long for me, but what an experience it is. Mod Kala, only had a chance to play this once, thought it was very solid as a two-player game. I do need more plays of it. Tidal Blades 2, Rise of the Unfolders, currently going through it. I finally started it again after having, like, I played the prototype way back when, played the first, like, 5 or 6 missions or something like that, doing the prototype phase, and just started playing this past week. Just finished mission 2, very, very solid. I think Tidal Blades is so much fun as far as the fun factor of what you're doing. Lots of tactical strategy as you plan out your grid and try to plan out how to activate your cards, and just enough power to the enemies that you feel you have to work your way through the experience, but it is a very solid, very fun experience, and of course, great art. We Tidal Blades Heroes of the Reef, which I've never actually played. Grim Masquerade, my daughter still loves this game. Sorcerer City, a very solid game. Real-time elements to it, though. Tidal Blades Panic Festival. I didn't love this one quite as much, but still a solid trick-taking game. Guardian's Call. I don't think I've ever played Guardian's Call. And then Barnyard Roundup. So a whole lot of different games from Druid City Games. Make sure to go ahead and check these out in case you are interested in, well, any of these. But again, sales on some of these games that usually do not get sales. So check that out there. Then we have, before we get to the last one, we have Renegade Game Studios. They have a spring cleaning sale up to 90% off. A whole ton of things. I don't know if we'll go through everything over here, but I'll just scroll through some things. But again, this is from Renegade Game Studios, and just a lot of stuff going on. So you have Bargain Quest on sale. Bargain Quest Black Market for $5. Oh my gosh, I remember when this was really hard to get, and people are charging through the nose to get your hands on Bargain Quest. But they have all that content available over here if you want that. We have Circadian's First Light for half price. The Specialist for half price as well. Oh my gosh, there's 6 pages. I don't know if we'll go through all 6 pages, but honestly, we're doing pretty good time in the video, so maybe I will. Circadian's Chaos Order, Circadian's First Light over here. We have Crimes and Capers, which I have one of these. I haven't played one. I think I have this one. I have the Lady Leona's Last Wishes, but I have not played it yet, so I can't. But it's $5. Oh my gosh, it's $5. So if you like this kind of stuff, this is actually a pretty good sale. This is a pretty good sale. $5 for these escape room games. If you're interested in checking those out, I mean, again, $5. We have Crusaders over here for $25 from a $60 price point. If they have the expansion, I might pick them all up in the sale. We'll see. I don't want just the base game, but if I get the expansion too, I might get both. Dead Men Tell No Tales. I played this forever ago. I don't remember much about it. I know I said 6 pages, but it looks like it's just counting upwards, so it looks like it's more pages. We have Ex Libris. Didn't work as much for me. Fuse is a solid enough game. I've heard. I have not played it, unfortunately. G.I. Joe, the deck building game. I haven't played a lot of the deck building games, so I can't say much there. What else do we have? G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe. We have G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe. Is it going in order? It looks like it's going in alphabetical order, so that Crusaders expansion is not going to happen, unfortunately. We have Icarus, Weird, puzzles, all these things. There's tons of pages. We're gonna keep going for a few more pages and then just call it at a certain point. We have My Father's Work for $100, down from $125. It's a sale. It's a sale. If you wanted it, it's a good time to pick it up. We have My Little Pony, Nexus Ops over here for $42, the newest version of Nexus Ops. Power Rangers deck building game, the full starter bundle for $80, down from $120. We got up to page 12 over here. There's a limit. Maybe I'll go up to 10 pages and see how it goes. Power Rangers, more Power Rangers. They have lots of Power Ranger stuff in general in Arcane Wonders, in Renegade Game Studios, I meant to say. More Power Rangers Hero of the Grid, $64 for a $100 game over here. This is an interesting one. There's a lot of things to like about Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. It can be a very satisfying game in many ways. I had some things that I didn't love about it, but overall, like, it's well loved, and I can totally see why. More Power Rangers, that's page 10. Okay, we're up to P over here at this point, and the alphabetical order thing. Let's go ahead and skip forward a few pages and see what we got. Page 13. We are still on Power Rangers at page 13. We got Proving Grounds. This is part of their solo hero series, if you missed out on that. We're slowly towards the end. I know I said page 10 after saying page 6, but we're still here. Terror Below for $10 for Terror Below. The Hunger for $30. That's a decent enough price point. Terror Below for $10, though. That sounds like a pretty good price point. We have the North Sea Epilogues role-playing game. The Search for UAPs for $31. Search for the Lost Species for $31 if you wanted any of those. Snallygaster Situation. Haven't played that in forever ago. page 16. It looks like 18 is where it caps off, so we'll go through all the way to the end, despite saying multiple times that we weren't going to do so. We have Vampire Rivals over there. We have Vampire the Masquerade Rivals expandable card game. So again, just a ton of things from Renegade over here. And I think we're finally done. And then to the publisher, oh, the World's Fair. World's Fair for $25 for this version of the game. That's not bad either. Anyways, moving on to the final one. This is the publisher that motivated the sale for me, which is Ivy Studios. They are basically doing our response to tariffs. They are doing a whole sale of some of their games, basically. What they're doing is they are saying, hey, some of these games that we weren't planning on selling until later, we're doing a pre-sale on them. They'll be available at Gen Con. We're selling them now, and they have 3 different games. They have Time to Panic, which, tell me this doesn't look like a CMYK game. Like, Time to Panic looks like a CMYK game as far as this general style. Like, this doesn't make me think Ivy Studios, but it has me interested. We have Graft, a 10 card drafting game. I like card drafting. I like the world of 10. I am intrigued by Graft. And we have Pillars of Fate, which this one is available in their last campaign for Scales of Fate, and I thought Pillars of Fate was fantastic. It's my favorite game in the Veiled Fate, Scales of Fate, Pillars of Fate series. I thought it was fantastic. I had a chance to play it on TTS. Really enjoyed Pillars of Fate. The other 2 I haven't actually played. But basically, they're selling these games. Happenstance, unaffected by tariffs, our commitment to you, win-win, delivers in September over here. But these are 3 games. History has been shattered, work together in this solo or cooperative game. Great for solo, up to groups of 4. Graft is going to be a draft cards for 3 to 5 players. Draft cards, collect sets, fill your cargo of valuable goods to send back to Zenith. So set in the world of 10 with the theme of 10, but a different game. Very intrigued by this because I like drafting and I liked the world of 10. And Pillars of Fate is the only one I've actually played and really, really enjoyed. They also have Moonraker's playing cards, as well as a Brink micro expansion. All of these available over here. And my favorite line, they had a line somewhere. Where was it? It was something about, when life throws you tariffs, make terror fade. I don't remember. Oh, and this over here. This is like a nice little slider of how tariffs are aging them. But that's neither here nor there. Where was that line? There was a line about something. You can't leave the table until you've eaten all your tariffs. There was something about when life throws you tariffs, make terror fade, which I thought was a very cute line. But either way, that is basically all of these publishers, all of these games available for sales in a different way. Again, I'll have links to everything down below. If you are a publisher, by all means throw down your link, and as well also make sure to contact Tim Chun and Before You Play, because I know, like I said already, they will be doing similar videos to this, trying to help support publishers in general, both honestly, support you, the audience, in terms of giving you ways to get games on the cheap at different sales or whatnot, as well as shouting out publishers in different ways and helping them, direct traffic to them in different ways. In any case, and until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. I hope you have an excellent Sunday. It's Sunday here right now, but I hope you have an excellent Sunday, and as always, I hope you have a good one.